Nancy Pelosi took her ill-advised trip to Asia this week, and all the Warhawks, they're very excited about it. Ring of Fire's Farron Cousin joins me to talk about it. I don't know what your take is. I mean, she's landed. We've got warships, the Ronald Reagan, one of our biggest ships in the sea there. We're taking an entire so she can take her trip. This is a crazy story for so many reasons. Give me your take on it.
It is, and the footage of right before the plane lands, you've got the tanks rolling through the streets in Taiwan. Right. Everybody was prepared for this massive military attack just because for some reason, Nancy Pelosi and her delegation said, here, this is a good time of the year to go travel Asia for no real clear apparent reason. We've heard like, oh, we're going to talk about the pandemic. We're going to talk about trade. Yeah. But I think there's something bigger here, and it has to do with something you and I have talked about recently, and that is the microchip legislation.
Wow. Okay.
Taiwan is the world leader in producing semiconductors and microchips. In fact, nearly all of them across the planet are coming from one plant in Taiwan. Yeah. So Nancy Pelosi obviously wants to go there, butter things up, get these semiconductors rolling. And as we all know, Pelosi's husband just bought a ton of stock in semiconductor companies in the United States. So there easily could be a financial benefit to her basically stoking World War III with this trip.
I love your takes. I always do. I think you're right on. Look, here's the things that have been suggested as this story develops. Okay, first of all, the Warhawk deal. Why is Fox News, oh, what a wonderful idea, Nancy, go. Every Warhawk on CNN and MSNBC, yeah, she has the right to travel if she wants to travel. Nobody ever really talks about the fact, why is she going? Have you heard a good answer of why she's going? And you suggest one that makes perfect sense, but I haven't heard any legitimate answer. The weapons pals, her weapons pals, who she gets a lot of money for, they're crazy about this. Show of strength for the midterms, that's one reason. Cover up for hubby's insider trading. Cover up for hubby's drunk driving stories. These are all being suggested. So as I look at this story, the thing I've looked for is for somebody to say, why are you going? Have you had a clear answer on that?
No, and in fact, just so everybody is aware, like you and I we sat on the phone talking about this story. We're both looking at different articles, going through multiple, trying to find anybody that can offer an explanation as to why this is even happening. Why right now? It's not like we need to go over there and work on any kind of diplomacy, So it didn't make much sense for her to even do this, especially it's August. Yeah. Everybody else in the House is going back to their districts during the break. They're going to be campaigning, but she doesn't have to do that because she's in a safe district. So she knows, well, I guess this is a great time of year to go travel and, freak out the entire planet because of this threat from China.
She's freaking out. The UN, okay, the statement from the UN warns, one miscalculation and we're in a nuke annihilation. Now they make that statement the day before she goes, almost like, Nancy, you dummy, look what's getting ready to happen. What are you really First of all, she has no authority to do anything. She's an 82-year-old legislator who's on her way out, and she makes this trip, and everybody's scratching their head, and the only people that seem to love it are Fox News, every Warhawk, every GOP Warhawk on the planet says, yes, this is a great idea.
Well, and even the Biden administration said, well, we don't think it's a good idea, but we're not going to tell her she can't go.
Yeah.
And no, you absolutely can tell her, do not do this. You are in a position where you can tell her this is a bad idea.
Yeah. And this delegation of lightweights, I mean, why don't they just take a trip to Disney World? If she wants a vacation, it's cheaper. We don't have to call out the warships. There doesn't have to be pandemonium all over the globe because of something stupid that she's liable to say. You tell me.